fans, the National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku.
All for packages starting
Welcome back to the National Soccer Network, game number 2 of this Michigan Soccer Association Gerard Mengel State Cup Championships. Game number 2 just underway here on NSN. This is the 40 and older division. Carpathia Kickers versus the Detroit Bullets. For those of you with us earlier this morning, about 20 minutes ago, game number 1 ended in a shootout. Detroit Bullets winning the 50 and over division State Cup Championship 1-0. Decided on penalties, 4-3 edge on PKs in that match. This is game number 2 in the 40 and over division. Carpathia versus Detroit Bullets. Just a minute 40 into the first half here at NSN. Game number 2 of a 5-game set. Michigan Soccer Association airing all 5 games here today on the National Soccer Network. Second year in a row we've done so here on our platforms. This game is up on YouTube as well as our Roku TV channels. There's a shot wide of frame. So corner kick number 1 coming up in this contest. Minutes in. Again, game number 1 completed less than 30 minutes ago. Detroit Bullets clinching the State Cup Championship on penalties, 4-3 edge in the shootout to win 1-0. Not a ton of chances in that game here in game number 2. Just 1 corner kick so far. Free to watch this game on YouTube or Roku TV channels. You can also find us on a multitude of social media platforms. There's a cross through the box, untouched. You can also vote for the winners of each game. There's a poll on our YouTube channel. Carpathia Kickers and Detroit Bullets here in game number 2. Who will win? Just a couple votes coming in so far. 50% split. So we've only played about 4.5 minutes. still trying to figure each other out a little bit. Being patient, just one corner kick in this game so far. Now we're crossing into the 6th minute. There's a 2:45-minute half stoppage time if there is a tie after end of regulation. Immediately to a shootout, as we saw that in game number 1. Dan Sticker at the National Soccer Network. Glad to be part of the broadcast crew for all 5 games here today at United Wholesale Mortgage, on the south side of Pontiac, Michigan. A year ago, to have a flashback, all games were contested outdoors on the outdoor field on the northeast side of this massive complex. This year we are indoors. Number 29, Jonathan Johnson, the goalkeeper for the Detroit Bullets here in game number 2. Robbie Molina, his counterpart, in goal for the Carpathia Kickers. The Bullets getting the ball into that final third of the field. Still looking for the sure shot attempt. Now Carpathia sending it long down that far side. There's a collision. Foul against Carpathia. Free kick coming up for the Bullets. Bullets wearing their blue kits with black shorts and white trim. Carpathia in the white kits and the black shorts. They're moving left to right on your screen. The Bullets right to left. And this is the first half, just the 8th minute. Neither team having a shot yet in this match. A long serve in the box, way too high. As the ball sails harmlessly out of the field of play. Goal kick coming up for the Detroit Bullets. We just crossed into the 8th minute of this 45-minute first half. 19, Hijazi Mo getting ready to take this goal kick. Bullets try to work the ball off their back line, but turn it over, and there is a blast high over the crossbar off the steal by Carpathia. Number 6, Chris Fudge, taking that shot. Carpathia with the first shot of this game coming in the 9th minute. Now the Bullets looking to build the ball on their own side of the field. Slotted over towards midfield on that far side. Bullets still looking for their first shot attempt of this game. Carpathia's had one shot wide of target and one corner kick here in the first 9 minutes. We just crossed into the 10th. Ball at the top of the box. And the Bullets unable to corral a shot off. The Bullets trying to get the ball at the top, just outside the box. Slide it back over. Chip into the box. Robbie Melling there to scoop up the loose ball. Carpathia wearing their white kits, bring the ball up on that near side. 11th minute. Still scoreless between Carpathia Kickers and Detroit Bullets in this 40-over state cup final. Now the Bullets on the counterattack. Number 10, Lonnie Giuseppe there sliding that ball over. Teammate blasting a shot wide of target. First shot attempt of this game for the Bullets. We're making a quick substitution here. A player from the Bullets limping off the field. So 11th minute, both teams just one shot attempt, neither on target. Both sides still in that kind of feeling out period of each other, trying to figure out exactly what the opposition has on the pitch, what type of alignment, kind of their style of play. Bullets sending the throw in, now they're pushing the ball just inside the box. Deflected off a Bullets player, goal kick coming up for the Carpathia Kickers. The ball sent out towards midfield. Carpathia bringing the ball up on that far side. The Bullets able to intercept and clear. The ball bounces around, pinging off players on both teams out near midfield. And Carpathia Kickers in your white and black kits, Detroit Bullets in their blue and black kits. We are now in the 12th minute, getting ready to cross into the 13th. Still scoreless, Carpathia Kickers, Detroit Bullets. The 40 and over division of this 2025 Gerard Mengel State Cup Championships. Game number 2 of a 5-game set. Carpathia looks at the ball into that corner, sent it in the box. And there's a shot redirected towards the framework. Saw that replay of that shot. Stoppage of play on that far side. So a free kick for the Bullets coming up. 2 fouls against Carpathia thus far as the ball worked into the box. Number 12, Christian Emmer kind of buzzing around the net. His opportunity cleared outside the box. Bullets on the move once again. There's a collision with the goalkeeper inside the box. Carpathia goalkeeper Robbie Melling collided with another player. So 15th minute, still scoreless between these two teams. It's a long serve by Carpathia, flicked into the box. Johnson there to scoop up the loose ball. Bullets trying to get the ball out of their side of the field. 16th minute now, just crossed over a few seconds ago. Carpathia scoops it up. Now they got the ball in the final third of the field, looking to find a seam in that Bullets defense. It's a long serve into the box. Carpathia sends it back. There's a shot about 15 yards over the crossbar. So third shot attempt for Carpathia in this game. They got a 3-1 shots advantage here, 15 and a half minutes in. Both teams make a substitution. So now getting ready to cross into the 17th minute. Bullets send it out towards midfield. Opting to play it back to their outside wing backs. Bullets just one shot attempt, nothing on target thus far as we just crossed into the 17th minute. There's a long serve towards the box. The Bullets redirect. Carpathia will clear out of their box. So both teams trading off attacks here in the first 17 minutes of play. No score in game number 2. We had no score heading into a shootout in game number 1. For anybody was part of that broadcast. The game was decided on penalties, 0-0 going into the shootout with the Detroit Bullets earning a state cup title, 4-3 on Pens in that match. Now Carpathia tries to get a ball out of their side of the field. Game number 1, Drita SC dominated the first half. Detroit Bullets dominated the second. They went to a shootout. Joel Sharp, the goalkeeper, the Detroit Bullets, made 2 stops in the penalty kick shootout to get the player of the match honors and help his side claim the cup. This is game number 2. Games also starting at 2, 4, and 6 p.m. here on the National Soccer Network. We're now in the 19th minute of game number 2. Still scoreless between Detroit Bullets and the Carpathia Kickers. Game number 3, which will start around 2 p.m. Next Level Training will take on Detroit United FC. That's in the men's 30 and over division.
Thank you. Man on.
We just crossed into the 20th minute. Still scoreless here. The men's 40 and over division. Both teams make a pair of substitutions here in the 20th minute. Back here at the National Soccer Network in the 22nd minute now. So 22nd minute. Misspoke early. Joel Sharp, the goalkeeper from game number 1 for the Detroit Bullets, is actually playing here in game number 2. So wearing that orange jersey on the left end of the field. So Carpathia on the move, getting the ball out towards midfield. Bullets swing it back into the box. No one making a run on that near side. That attack sails out of bounds. So Carpathia will get the throw in. They're deep in their own territory, just crossing into the 24th minute. Still scoreless between the Carpathia Kickers and the Detroit Bullets here in the 40-over State Cup final. Michigan Soccer Association, been around a long, long time, hosting these games here indoors. United Wholesale Mortgage. Both teams make a substitution. Bullets sent it into the box. Cleared out by Carpathia. Ball scooped up by Robbie Melling, set out towards midfield. 25th minute now. Bullets will set it down over midfield on near side, intercepted by Carpathia. Bullets with a 3-1 shots advantage so far in this first half. Played about 24 and a half minutes. No score. So the ball sails out of bounds between the two benches. So the Bullets sending it long on that far side. No one making a run, intercepted by Carpathia. We'll look to build the ball off their backside. 26th minute now. Goal kick coming up. Joel Sharp puts it down on the turf and sends it back into the field of play. There's a long serve on that far left side. Ball deflects out of play. So off that long pass, Detroit Bullets earn a corner kick. Number 18, Nabu Chimbala, ready to take this corner kick. Second of the match for the Bullets. Sent into the mixing bowl. Flicked over towards that far post. Sails out of bounds. So Carpathia escaping danger off that Bullets corner kick. Flicked through the box, through traffic. Just squeaks out of play on that far right post. Both teams make some more substitutions. There is a open substitution policy in the Michigan Soccer Association, so players can be subbed in and out of the game freely during stoppage. Bullets trying to get the ball in that near corner. Long cross to the far side of the box. Ball bouncing around inside the box. Melling there to scoop up that loose ball. So 28th minute, getting ready to cross into the 29th. Still scores between Detroit Bullets, the Carpathia Kickers. Game number 2 of this 5-game set. There's a shot. On frame this time. Melling there to make the stop. The ball kicks back out at the top of the box. And there's a shot from distance well over the crossbar. So Detroit Bullets buzzing the Carpathia net here in the 29th minute with a pair of shots. One on frame, one over the framework. 5-1 in total shots in favor of the Bullets. Carpathia puts the ball down back into the field of play. The men's 40 and over division. Stick around at 2 p.m. Next level training will take on Detroit United FC. That's in the men's 30 and over division. Also in the women's side, the Open Cup division at 4 p.m. That ball is sent into the box, cleared by Joel Sharp, the goalkeeper for the Bullets. Cabato will take on Pinnacle FC at 4 p.m. in the Women's Open Division. I believe that's a rematch of last year's State Cup final. And then in the Men's Open Division, which will start between 6 and 6:30 p.m., Overla FC will take on Next Level in that game. Here in game number 2, or the 30th minute, still a scoreless stalemate. No goals in open play in game number 1, nothing here in game number 2. Detroit Bullets took the 15 over division State Cup title. That game was scoreless heading into a shootout. They prevailed 4-3 on PKs to take the cup. There's a shot on target, scooped up by Melling, the goalkeeper for Carpathia. Just trying to build the ball back off their back line once again. 31st minute now on the National Soccer Network. Dan Stickrag, glad you're part of our second broadcast. Stick with us for the rest of today. This is a 5-game set of the Michigan Soccer Association Gerard Mengel State Cup Championship weekend. Also got numerous games across the country in close to 40 states. In the USL League 2, USLW League, Midwest Premier League, United Women's Soccer, the League for Clubs, Women's Premier Soccer League, and so much more. It's the amateur pre-professional soccer space is winding down the regular seasons. Even had some UPSL games last night, United Premier Soccer League. Had some games there as well on our network. Close to 2,000 games here since late April into the end of June. I was part of a USL League Two broadcast last night with Neil Rule. The Flint City Bucks pulled away after leading 1-0. Ended up defeating the Kalamazoo FC 6-2. As they remain in the hunt for a third straight Great Lakes Division Championship. On our network on Wednesday night, the Bucks will take on Midwest United, 7 p.m. up at Atwood Stadium in Flint, Michigan. The Bucks trying to avenge one of their 2 losses inside league play against Midwest United, which defeated him 2-0 here at the end of May. Now there's a foul. This time coming against the Detroit Bullets. Carpathia takes the set piece. Bullets in their white kits trying to get the ball out of their side of the field. They have a 6-1 overall shots advantage of this game. It's Carpathia getting the ball out towards near the top of the box, cleared by the Bullets. And there's a shot by number 3, Craig Hearn. That was deflected by Melling, then off the crossbar. Look at this replay. Hearn has a little bit of space, uncorks a right-footed banger for about 21 yards out. Melling punches it off the crossbar, goes out of play. So a third corner kick coming up. The Detroit Bullets in their white kits. They've been a far more dangerous team in this match. 7-1 overall in shots, 4-1 with shots on target. This is their third corner kick sent into the mixing bowl, bouncing around. With Robbie Melling there to scoop up that loose ball for Carpathia. 34th minute now. Will either team be able to get a glorious goal here in the first half? We settle for a stalemate going into the break. About 11.5 minutes plus stoppage time left here in the first half of this 40-over State Cup championship. Carpathia in their blue kits working the ball on that far side. Trying to find a hole in that defense. The player is knocked down to the turf. That was number 10, Dave Dwahi. Knocked down. Dwahi, a very recognizable face here in the soccer circuit across the state of Michigan. He coaches youth club, high school, USLW league. Still plays the beautiful game here in his 40s. Dwahi sends it into the box for Carpathia. That ball deflected out of bounds. This should be a corner kick coming up for Carpathia, and it is here in the 35th minute. So it's Dwahi sent it into the mixing bowl. A header was deflected out of play. So the first corner kick of the match coming up for Carpathia. Sent into the mixing bowl high. Ball still bouncing around the box. There's a shot deflected by a Bullets defender. Ball still pinging around outside the box, but sent long out of play on that far side. 36th minute now, still scoreless, 0-0 Detroit Bullets, Carpathia Kickers. Once again, that first game went to a shootout. No goals scored in regulation. Detroit Bullets knocking off Drita SC 1-0. Penalty kicks decided on a 4-3 edge. Joel Sharp stopping 2 penalties in that shootout. He has the start here today in game number 2 for Detroit Bullets as well. As he has 1 save thus far. So Bullets try to get a shot attempt off that through ball. Melling there to scoop up the loose ball. Now Carpathia on the move. The ball just outside the box, turned over. Detroit Bullets will reset. Working the ball out off their back line on that far side. 37th minute now. Just over 8 minutes left here in the first half, plus stoppage time. Ball turned over, so Carpathia looks to reset. Moving the ball on that far side. Trying to find a little bit of space. There's a ball served into the top of the box. No one makes a run. Joel Sharp there to scoop up that loose ball. Just crossed into the 38th minute, so a little less than 8 minutes plus stoppage time left here at the end of the first half of this 40-over State Cup final. Now Carpathia forcing some turnovers, getting the ball near the top of the box. No one makes a run on that attack. Carpathia resets. The Bullets reset. I apologize. Ball worked over to that near side. The Bullets centered over the left side. Their cross is well over traffic. No players from either team collecting that high cross. Goal kick coming up for the Carpathia Kickers. We just crossed into the 39th minute, so a little less than 7 minutes left here in the first half. So the Bullets make a substitution. Detroit Bullets 7-2 in overall shots, 4-1 with shots on target, 3-1 on corner kicks. Still level at 0 apiece, up on that scoreboard where it matters most. Robbie Melling has a pair of saves. 4 saves for Carpathia. Joel Sharp with a stop for Detroit Bullets. Getting down to the final minutes of half number 1 here. We're inside United Wholesale Mortgage in Pontiac, Michigan. Game number 2 of this 5-game set. Both teams making a pair of substitutions here late in the first half. Now in the 40th minute. Bullets send it back in on the throw and just next to the corner flag. Jeff Bennett, number 15, sends that cross in. Player redirects out of play. That ball did go off a Carpathia player. This should be a corner kick. Number 23, Craig Hearn, the former North Farmington High School and Michigan State standout, will serve this into the box. There's a high corner kick. Redirected with the shot, but that ball's deflected out of play, so should be yet another corner kick coming up. Detroit Bullets, number 6. Steve Bach jogging over to take this corner kick. So the second corner here in less than a minute for the Detroit Bullets. There's a left-footed swing into the box, headed out of the box by Carpathia. The Bullets look to redirect it with that high shot from close to 40 yards out. Well over the crossbar now here in the 41st minute. So Carpathia building off their back line here. Sending it over midfield. That was number 21, Matt Kiefer, on the near side, sending that long shot in. But that shot was over the crossbar. So just 3 shot attempts for Carpathia in this game, only 1 on target. If you watch any part of game number 1, Drita SC controlled play throughout the first half, but as the second half moved on, Detroit Bullets put together quite a few attacks, had several shots, but both teams in that game struggled to put shots on target. They played 90-plus minutes, about 3 minutes of stoppage time on the end of both halves. Went into a shootout. Detroit Bullets prevailing 4-3 in that game. Here in game number 2, just about 3.5 minutes left in the first half. We are in the 42nd minute. The Bullets are looking to build the ball back. Now over midfield on that far side. Bullets maintain possession, trying to switch fields. Getting out towards the center of the park, turnover. Now Carpathia gets the ball out towards midfield. They're looking to build. 43rd minute. A little less than 3 minutes left here in this first half. About 2 minutes and 40 seconds plus stoppage time. Either team find a great scoring chance to take the advantage into the halftime break. Bullets intercept. Now they're looking to counter down the middle of the park. That through ball deflected. Now Carpathia will look to build on that near side. Ball sent over to Dewey, number 10. Now he opts to send it back to one of his backs. Switched over to that far side. We have just crossed in to the 44th minute. So 2 minutes left here at the end of half number 1. Bullets on the move on that far side. There's a cross deflected inside the box, sent back into the top of the box. Hearn unable to collect. And there's a shot by Scott Emmert, number 4, from about 25 yards out. Emmert, once standout soccer player and basketball player over at Walled Lake Central High School back in the early to mid 1990s. Still playing the beautiful game. This is the 40 over division of the Gerald Mengel State Cup Championship weekend. Second of 5 games here on the National Soccer Network. United Wholesale Mortgage is the site indoors in Pontiac, Michigan. Last year, all games were played outdoors. This year, all games being played indoors in the air-conditioned fields. UWM. Now Carpathia getting the ball on that near side, slotted in the box. Matt Kiefer sent that cross in. No one made the run. Joel Sharp dove to his left to scoop up that cross. Now we're in the 45th. So a little bit less than 1 minute plus stoppage time at the end of the half number 1. Still scoreless. Detroit Bullets working it on the near side, served into the mixing bowl. Carpathia able to clear it out of play. Out towards the far touchline. Now the Bullets send it back in. Kind of a slow-moving cross. Melling scoops it up. Carpathia sends it out towards midfield. Now in the stoppage time at the end of the first half. No goals, no cards, no major injuries, so shouldn't be a ton of time here left in the first half. Carpathia in their blue kicks, working on that far side, intercepted by the Bullets. The long pass along that far sideline, out of play. And the referee has blown his whistle. The first half of game number 2 of this Gerard Mengel State Cup 40 over finals. We're still tied at 0-0 between Detroit Bullets and Carpathia Kickers. Stick around. Half number 2 of game number 2 on the National Soccer Network coming up in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll step aside for these commercial breaks. Be back in about 10 minutes for the second half. This Carpathia Kickers Detroit Bullets showdown in the State Cup Championships.
This is Inside the Game, where passion meets precision. Jonathan Turner, Nathan Wangler, and John Natale are your hosts, breaking down every goal, every controversy, every match that matters. From the heart of American soccer to the global stage. No fluff, just football. Weekdays at 9 a.m. live on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all listening platforms. Step in, speak up, stay locked in. This is Inside the Game.
The Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins MLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Accelerate your soccer journey this summer at Oakland University. From June 30th to July 31st, players will have the incredible opportunity to refine their skills under the guidance of Oakland University soccer coaches. Train at world-class facilities while gaining insight into life in a collegiate environment. These camps cater to a range of skill sets and ages, from youth programs to the Elite ID program, ensuring participants are surrounded by peers who challenge and inspire. As one of the premier soccer institutions in the Horizon League, Oakland University soccer program offers an unparalleled environment for growth and development. Don't miss your chance. Register now at OaklandBoysSoccerCamps.com.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us. If you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us.
And welcome back to the National Soccer Network, second half of this 2025 Gerard Mengel State Cup Final. The men's 40 and over division still scoreless after 45 minutes of play inside the confines of the United Wholesale Mortgage Complex. I'm Dan Stickrad, the Director of News for the National Soccer Network. Glad to be part of this game and all 5 games here on NSN for this Michigan Soccer Association State Cup weekend. Carpathia kickers in their blue, black, and white kits. Detroit Bullets in their white and black kits. Neither team able to convert in the first half. Detroit Bullets had an 8-3 overall shots advantage in those first 45 minutes. 4-1 with shots on frame. 5-1 on corner kicks. The second half is now underway here just a few seconds ago. Joel Sharp, the goalkeeper for the Bullets, has one save. Robbie Melling, his counterpart with Carpathia, had made 4 stops in the first half. Carpathia their off blue kits will work the ball off their back line. We had one game earlier this morning, the 10 a.m. game. That game remained scoreless after 90-plus minutes. It went directly to a shootout. The Detroit Bullets edged out Drita SC 4-3 on penalty kicks to emerge as the 15-over State Cup champion here by the Michigan Soccer Association. Joel Sharp was in net for the Detroit Bullets. He is again in goal here in the 14 over division. He is in the orange goalie kit, just off camera to our right. The Bullets had that through ball intercepted now. Carpathia looks to reset, getting the ball towards midfield now. They've turned it over. Number 7, Eric Balthan there, setting that ball over. So 2 minutes into the second half, still scoreless between these two sides. Both teams making a multitude of substitutions during those first 45 minutes of play. There is an open substitution policy here in this Gerard Mengel State Cup tournament. So players can be subbed in and out during stoppage times throughout each match. There's 4 men's games and 1 women's game here today. The MSA Gerard Mengel State Cup. These are state finals. There must be a winner in each match. 3 more matches yet to be played at 2, 4, and 6 p.m. later this afternoon and evening. So free kick coming up for the Detroit Bullets. Number 21, Sean Moxham, sending it into the mixing bowl. There's a high serve into the box. Carpathia able to clear it outside the box. Still haven't avoided danger. Intercepted by the Bullets. Redirected back towards the framework. Just wide of target. Number 30 gave chase to that cross. No 30 listed on this roster for the Bullets. Now Carpathia gets the ball out towards midfield. Chances for Carpathia have been fewer and far between there in the first half. Just the 3 shot attempts, 1 shot on goal, and 1 corner kick for the boys in blue. But there's a stoppage in play. The offside flag did go up on the near side. First time that Carpathia has been whistled for a player in an offside position. We just crossed into the 50th minute. So just about 4 minutes, 20 seconds into the second half, still scoreless. It's been a stalemate. On this field, you have to see a game, an open play. 0-0 going into penalty kicks in game number 1, or early in the second half of game number 2, still scoreless. Now Carpathia gets the ball back off the turnover, looking to get the ball over midfield. Now intercepted by the Bullets in their white kits. Bullets settling the ball down. There's a long serve towards the far side of the box. Probably Melling there to scoop up that cross. So the Bullets starting to put a little bit of pressure on that back line of Carpathia. There's a turnover. Ball kind of pinging around there off players from both teams. And now the Bullets will reset on their own side of the field. 51st minute now. Just a second away from the 52nd minute. And there's a through ball. Ball worked inside the box on the near side. Sent back across the goal mouth area. Cross is made by number 11. No number 11 listed. And there's a cross by Carpathia. Joel Sharp there to scoop up that cross here in the 52nd minute. So both teams getting the ball in the opposition's box here a couple times here early in the second half. Neither team gaining a great scoring chance so far. Now the Bullets look to rebuild off their back line. Knocked over to this near side. Sean Moxon, number 21, ran out of real estate. Throw in for Carpathia. Referee says play on. Dawahi builds it back up. Tries to find a player in the middle of the park. Ball bounces off a Bullets defender, and they've retained possession. So now Detroit will work the ball, serving it long down that near side. Deflected out of play. And now a throw in coming up for the Bullets near midfield. As both teams make a substitution off camera. Here in the 53rd minute. Will either team be able to collect themselves, build up a great attack, and find a way to break this stalemate? We've played over 3.5 games of scoreless soccer here inside the confines of United Wholesale Mortgage. Pontiac, Michigan is a place. We are the National Soccer Network. Proud to be part of the Michigan Soccer Association Gerard Mengel State Cup Championships here this weekend at UWM. As I mentioned earlier, the games were all played outdoors at this complex a year ago, in the last weekend of June. This year, in the confines of an air-conditioned field indoors. So weather will not be a problem. The hot temperatures and humidity will not be a problem here. And end of these 5 games at United Wholesale Mortgage. Rain will not affect it. No rain on the broadcast, but if there was, it wouldn't affect anything. Troy Bullets switch fields, now served into the box. No player there making a run down the center of the park. Carpathia intercepts that clear. And now they will look to build off their back line. 55th minute now. Just crossed over a few seconds ago. Carpathia on the move. And there's a pass over to Nate Northrup, number 14. Now he serves it into the box. There's a header. A header redirected. Joel Sharp, the goalkeeper for the Bullets, a little bit off his line, but that header goes over the crossbar. Kind of look at this replay. Served into the box. Number 15, Brendan Houseworth with that shot attempt for the boys in blue, just over the crossbar here in the 55th minute. And we just crossed over it in the 56th here on NSN. And both teams making substitutions, so Joel Sharp just waiting for the whistle to be blown. Take this goal kick for his side. The Bullets will look to build off their back line here in the 56th. Bullets working it on that far side once again. There's a low pass deflected in traffic. The Bullets able to pick the loose ball back up, now sent back into the box. No one there making a run. So Robbie Melling, the goalkeeper for Carpathia, comes off his line, scoops up that loose ball. We are now in the 57th minute, just crossed over. Here's a shot off a steal. Deflected out of play. Number 6, Steve Bach. About 19 yards out. A low left-footed banger. The ball was destined for the near post, kind of knuckling, but it was knocked out of play. So a corner kick coming up for the Detroit Bullets. They had 5 corner kicks in the first half. This is their first one of the second half of play. In the 57th, corner kick served in the box. Ball bouncing off players from both teams. Now sent back out towards midfield. Detroit will rebuild once again. Moxhand serves it back in. There's a header towards the framework. Melling there to scoop up the shot. So Robbie Melling, the goalkeeper for Carpathia Kickers. Joel Sharp in net for the Detroit Bullets. His second game of the day. So the Bullets have sent a pair of teams into the State Cup Finals here in 2025. Again, we have not seen a goal here in open play for more than 3.5 halves of action. So we see a pair of substitutions for both teams. Game number 1 went to a shootout. Is game number 2 destined for PKs as well? About 32 minutes left here in half number 2. Plenty of time for both teams to create a great chance. Try to put one up on the scoreboard. Throw in for Carpathia. That is sent into the corner of the box. Ball bouncing around now. The Bullets clear out towards midfield. That's Craig Hearn on the near side. Hearn, as you know, played his collegiate soccer at Michigan State University back in the early to mid 2000s. North Farmington High School grad. Now the Bullets work the ball on that near side. Both teams just one shot attempt apiece here in the second half. Mo Hijazi, number 19, he tries to slide a ball towards the box. Ball goes out of bounds. And now Sean Moxham, number 21, will take the throw in deep in Carpathia territory. He'll look to set it long towards the box. Ball bounced around. There's a cross slotted towards the near post. Robin Melling there to caroom that cross. So now Carpathia looking to send it long. No one makes a run on that far side. As quickly as Carpathia gets the ball back, they turn it over. The Bullets will reset. Now they will look to send the ball over to the near side. Jazzy's there. Ball knocked out of bounds. So in the 61st minute, throw in the Detroit Bullets. They have a 9-4 overall shots advantage in this contest. Can they turn that into some offense in terms of scoring a goal? Can the Carpathia kickers get going on their end and try to put a chance into the back of the net? It's been a pair of defensive battles here in the Gerard Mengel State Cup. Teams from a wide variety of leagues. In adult men's soccer, adult women's soccer. The best of the best have made the way here to United Wholesale Mortgage as Hearn gets a shot off just outside the box. And that ball kind of knuckled just wide of that left goal post. So Detroit Bullets got the ball down the field in a hurry. Craig Hearn found a little bit of space outside that box, just unable to put it on target here in the 62nd. 2-1 shots advantage here in the second half for the Bullets. Now they're looking to put some high pressure, try to force Carpathia into making a mistake along their back line. Defense has been the name of game of this match. Both defenses have held true to form here, over 60-plus minutes of play. Now Carpathia sending the ball down to that near corner. There's a cross. By number 8, Nick DeMarco of Carpathia, but that went behind the goal. It's a goal kick coming up for the Detroit Bullets. Joel Sharp, the goalkeeper of the Bullets, playing in his second consecutive game here today. He also played in one of the finals a year ago. He's the Commerce Township resident, a longtime high school soccer coach and teacher at Wall Lake Central High School, dating back to the late 1990s. Getting a pair of starts here today for his club, Detroit Bullets. As the Bullets send it long, no one makes a run on that far side. Now Carpathia will reset. That's Melling. Kind of in the red and black striped socks below his shin pads. He's made a couple of clutch saves in this game. Now Melling is forced to clear it out towards midfield. Both teams kind of a bend but don't break defense in this game. Dewahi sends it up. He gets the ball back, switches fields for Carpathia. Dewahi, the longtime soccer coach at Grosse Pointe Woods University Liggett. He watched his girls soccer team finish as the Division II state runner-up here just 2 weekends ago, as they lost in the finals to Kalamazoo Christian. That was his final soccer game for Grosse Pointe Woods University Liggett. He will coach one more boys soccer season this fall for Liggett. He recently retired from teaching at the school. And come the end of this year, he will avert his full-time efforts into being a youth club soccer coach with the Detroit City SC youth system. One of the many youth clubs in Michigan is really starting to grow, adding on multitude of extensions and branches. So Dewahi will stay in the soccer arena here in Southeast Michigan and in the state of Michigan overall, just in a little bit different capacity come the end of this year. Detroit Bullets in your white kits, trying to find a hole in that defense of Carpathia. Jazzy sends it over to that far side. But the Bullets run out of real estate. Goal kick coming up for the Carpathia Kickers. We just crossed into the 66th minute. No score, an absolute defensive stalemate between the Detroit Bullets and the Carpathia Kickers. Melling will take the goal kick here for Carpathia. Still looking for a goal. Anyone that was not with us this morning, the Detroit Bullets defeated Drita SC in the 15 over State Cup final. That game went to penalties, tied 0-0. With the Bullets winning the tiebreaker with a 4-3 edge in the shootout. Players from both teams tangled up there outside the box, but this should be a free kick. Coming up, Detroit Bullets. This is about 30, 35 yards out on the near side. Great opportunity to kind of send this in the box. Number 17, Steve Finneran, ready to take this free kick for the Detroit Bullets. He swings a left footer into the box. Headed outside the box by Carpathia. The Bullets get the ball back on that far side. There's a cross into the box, deflected. Detroit Bullets starting to put a lot of pressure on that back line of Carpathia. It's just a 2-1 overall shots advantage here in the second half after the 8-3 edge in the first 45 minutes. But neither team has been able to get that glorious opportunity to put one in the back of the net. You can kind of see the frustration on players on both sides whenever they get the ball down in the opposition's third of the field. So a lot of missed opportunities on attacks, on set pieces, on long throw-ins. As the Bullets get the ball on that far side, it looked like it went off a Carpathia defender, and it did. So corner kick coming up, 7th of the game for the Detroit Bullets. John Spano, number 13, get ready to take this corner kick. So swing a left footer into the box. High towards traffic. Melling punches it away. It goes back towards the goal mouth area and headed over the crossbar. So a near scoring opportunity over the crossbar for the Detroit Bullets. Again, stymied on that attack. They just can't seem to figure out how to put one on target. As Craig Ahern runs in and deflects that clear. That ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick coming up for the Carpathia Kickers. We just crossed into the 69th minute here about 12 seconds ago. The Bullets try to intercept. Cleared by Carpathia out towards midfield. The ball sent back to the Bullets side of the field. They will reset along their back line. Ball switched over to that far side in front of the Bullets bench. Bullets on the move once again. They've had a lot more of the play here in the last 15 minutes or so. Ball worked over to Ahern. Now sent over to that near side. Ajazi. Ajazi swings it into the box. And Carpathia able to clear out towards midfield, but Detroit Bullets every time Carpathia clears it, the Bullets able to scoop up those loose balls. 70th minute here in the second half of game number 2. On the National Soccer Network, still a 0-0 tie. Subscribe to NSN on YouTube for exclusive soccer content, live streams, highlights, and more. Stay connected to all the action by hitting that subscribe button. Don't miss out. Join the NSN community today. Yes, you could pick today's winner on our YouTube channel. Just log on and join our chat room discussion. You can click on the box who will win this game. Feel free to like and share us. We're on a multitude of social media platforms as well. This game is broadcasted on both YouTube and Roku 2 channel. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. As Craig Earhart finds a little bit of spot, just not enough pace on that shot as it rolls right into the arms of Robbie Melling. So fourth shot of the second half by the Detroit Bullets, just 2 on target. But they have dominated the stat board in this game. 12-4 in total shots, 6-1 with shots on frame, 7-1 on corner kicks. Now the Bullets on the move once again. Working the ball on the center of the park, not too far outside the box. Ahern corrals that loose ball, looking for a teammate. Ahern try to cut it back in near that end line. Knocked out a play throw in. The Detroit Bullets, we just crossed into the 72nd minute. A little less than 19 minutes plus stoppage time left here in the second half. If this game is tied at the end of regulation, we will go immediately to penalties. We've got a 5-minute intermission, but there must be a winner. So if the game is still tied, penalty kicks will decide the champion here in the 40 and over division of the Michigan Soccer Association Gerard Mengel State Cup. There is a foul against the Bullets. Free kick coming up for Carpathia. Number 10, David Duahi puts it down in a quick restart. Referee didn't actually blow his whistle, so they will send it back to Mr. Duahi. Now Duahi looks to send it long over midfield to that far side. Headed back towards midfield by the Bullets. '73rd minute. Still 0-0 between the Detroit Bullets and the Carpathia Kickers. Both teams would love nothing more than to go up 1-0 and settle this regulation. You get the penalty kicks, anything can happen. Stats don't matter. Accolades don't matter. It's all about finishing opportunities or goalkeepers sometimes standing on their heads to make incredible stops. There's a through ball by Carpathia. That was number 2, Ryan Rzepka, the Novi High School grad, gave chase to that opportunity, but he ran out of real estate. Now the Detroit Bullets will work it off their back line once again. 74th minute. Dan Stickrad from the National Soccer Network. Glad you're with us for game number 2 of this 5-game set. There's a long ball on the near side. Craig Hearn gave chase. Ball knocked out of play. But here in the 74th minute, a throw in deep in Carpathia territory coming up for the Detroit Bullets. Number 19, Mo Hijazi. He will give it back over to number 17, Steve Finneran, who's taken a pair of long throw-ins here for his side during the second half. He lines up, zings it towards the box. Ball deflected towards the far side. Carpathia was able to clear, but Bullets get it back. Now they're working on that far side. Here's a left-footed swinger into the box. Flicked over towards the framework. Ajazi redirects that with a header, but right into the arms of Melling. So 5th shot of the second half, 3rd on target. Stopped once again by Robbie Melling, who now has 7 saves in this game for the Carpathia Kickers, who are on the move. There's a ball sent through traffic on that far side. No one makes a run for Carpathia, scooped up by Joel Sharp and sent back into the field of play. 76th minute, we just crossed over. Just under 15 minutes left in the second half. Detroit Bullets 0, Carpathia Kickers 0. It's been a game of missed opportunities for both teams. As Craig Hearn slots it over on that far side. Players get tangled up there near the end line. Ball sent out of play. So this is a corner kick coming up for the Detroit Bullets. Nabu Chambala getting ready to take that set piece. There's a flick towards the framework. The ball goes out of play. So another shot attempt wide of target for the Detroit Bullets. That one came off the corner kick. The Bullets' 8th corner of this match, now in the 77th minute. Does this game have shootout written all over it? Or will either team be able to get a glorious go-ahead goal here late in the second half? Carpathia looking to build the ball off their back line. Having problems clearing it, as the Bullets are playing a lot of high pressure here in the second half. Now the Bullets get it back. There's a pass into the middle of the park. Carpathia finally cleared over midfield. There's a collision. And off the counterattack, Carpathia had numbers. And in the 78th, they take a 1-0 advantage on just their second shot overall and first on target here in the second half. So in a game where the Detroit Bullets have put a lot more pressure on Carpathia, Carpathia gets the goal here with a little bit less than 13 minutes left in the second half. Replay. Looks like number 21 got that goal. Number 21, Matt Kiefer there, the left-footed shot inside the box, put his team up 1-0 in the 78th minute. We just talked about a minute before that goal. Both teams would love nothing more to settle this in regulation. And then on their second total shot attempt of the second half, Carpathia Kickers go up 1-0. So Matt Kiefer credited with the goal. Looked like that pass was made by number 10, Dave Duahi. Kind of a low slotted pass between a pair of Detroit Bullets defenders. Kiefer snuck in behind the defense, and he cashed in a breakaway paycheck for the 1-0 advantage. We are now in the 80th minute, so about a little less than 11 minutes for the Bullets to get a game-tying goal here. That cross attempt deflected out of play. The referee said it was last touch by the Detroit Bullets, so goal kick coming up. With the 1-0 advantage, Robbie Melling, the goalkeeper for Carpathia Kickers, will take his time to get ready for this goal kick. So Melling sends it back into that far side. Carpathia Kickers trying to cling on to that 1-0 advantage. Finally breaking the stalemate open here back in the 78th. We just crossed into the 81st minute. Now Carpathia able to clear it long over midfield. No one makes a run, so Detroit Bullets will rebuild off their back line, but less than 10 minutes plus stoppage time. It's all that's left. Can the Detroit Bullets find a way to level this game here late in the second half? Can the Carpathia Kickers hold on to win the State Cup final? Time will tell. 9.5 minutes left plus stoppage time here at the end of the second half. As Carpathia looks to build. Bullets intercept now. They're on the move out towards midfield. Sent over to the near side. No one there making a run. Now Carpathia will settle it down. Take some time before setting it up towards midfield. After nearly 2 full games, we finally saw a goal in open play. As now the Carpathia Kickers get the ball just outside the box. There's a shot by number 14, Nate Northrup. And that was a right-footed shot just outside the box. Our left-footed shot stopped by Joel Sharp, the goalkeeper of the Detroit Bullets. Now the Bullets on the move. They're working the ball on that far side. But the offside flag did go up against the Detroit Bullets. It's the third time here in the second half they have been whistled for a player in an offside position. So we're now crossing in to the 83rd minute. Both teams making some substitutions, but just under 8 minutes plus stoppage time. It's all that's left here in regulation. 1-0 in favor of the Carpathia Kickers. Here in the 40 and over division of the Michigan Soccer Association Gerard Mengel State Cup. Game number 2 of this 5-game set. Here on the National Soccer Network, all 5 games being played indoors at the United Wholesale Mortgage Sports Complex on the south side of Pontiac, Michigan. Carpathia sends that goal kick out towards midfield, protecting that 1-0 advantage. Can they hold on? Can they withstand the consistent pressure of the Detroit Bullets? There was a 4th offside whistle against Detroit. We are now down to about 7 minutes left here in the second half. Carpathia sends a long free kick well over midfield. Pair of players on that far side. There is a collision, so free kick now for the Detroit Bullets. '84th minute, so about 6.5 minutes left here in the second half. Bullets on the move down the center of the park. There's a long slot towards that far side. But another missed opportunity as the Bullets send it too far out of play. Goal kick coming up for the Kickers. Melling sets the ball down. He will take his time sending this back into the field of play. He's done so. That is well over midfield. But intercepted once again by the Detroit Bullets. Now they're looking to counter. It's Craig Hearn with the ball. He sends over to the near side. to Moxham. Now there's another serve in the box. Hearn corrals it. 2 defenders draped over his shoulder. And there's a shot past the defender. That was number 11. No number 11 listed on the Bullets jersey, but that was corralled by Melling. So a yellow card now issued. The referee walked over to the Carpathia bench and threw out a yellow card. I'm not sure if that was against a player for the Detroit Bullets or the bench of Carpathia. It looks like this is going to be a free kick coming up for Carpathia. So a yellow card issued, first of the game, to the Detroit Bullets here in the 86th minute. So a little bit less than 5 minutes plus stoppage time. That's all that's left in half number 2. Up in your scoreboard, Carpathia Kickers up 1-0. Courtesy of a 78th minute goal. They lead the Detroit Bullets in the 40 and over division. Gerard Mengel State Cup Championship. There's a header shot towards Joel Sharp, the goalkeeper of the Bullets, is there to make the stop. It's just Sharp's 3rd save of the game, and now time is not on the side of the Detroit Bullets. 87th minute, just crossed over about 10 seconds ago. The Bullets on the move once again. There's a pass slided down the center of the park. The Bullets look to serve it into the mixing bowl. There's a high cross headed out of the box. Bullets able to corral that loose ball, send it back in. Only to see Carpathia cleared over midfield. 3.5 minutes left. It's time for Detroit Bullets to put everything, including the kitchen sink, up against that back line of the Carpathia Kickers. The Kickers opting to send 11 players back. Kind of put a lot of congestion in that final third of the field. Now the Bullets serving the ball inside the box. So shot blocked. Bullets chip it back in. But that chip is wide of frame. No one there to corral that cross. Melling scoops up the ball and sends it to a teammate. 88th minute now. About 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time here at the end of the second half. Carpathia Kickers clinging to a 1-0 advantage over the Detroit Bullets. 40 and over, Gerard Mengel State Cup Championship. Game number 2, 5 games in total here. United Wholesale Mortgage. And now the Carpathia Kickers still defending, holding on that 1-0 advantage in the 89th minute now. Detroit Bullets, there's a high shot, well high and above the crossbar. If the ball is up there in the rafters, stuck. They'll have to go fetch a new ball. This should add a little bit of stoppage time. Is that ball, there's no ladder over there to get that ball off that perch. So Detroit Bullets, 16 total shots, 8 shots on frame, 8 corner kicks. With about a minute and a half left, they find themselves in a 1-0 hole to one of their arch rivals in the Carpathia Kickers. Kickers taking the goal kick here in the 89th minute. And we have crossed into the 90th. So 1 minute plus stoppage time. Detroit Bullets to try to net an equalizer. They have all but 2 players up into the attack. They're looking to send it long over to this near side. Time ticking. Is there enough time to tie this game? Enough time to get an equalizer. It's Craig Hearn, number 23, trying to find a little bit of space. Carpathia steals and clears it out towards midfield. We're now inside 30 seconds plus stoppage time. Detroit Bullets running out of time here. As Carpathia clears, now they get the ball with plenty of real estate on that far side. The Bullets send 3 defenders back. They're able to scoop up that loose ball as we officially cross into stoppage time. 1-0 Carpathia Kickers over Detroit Bullets. Bullets down to the final seconds. They get the ball just outside the box on that far side, but an offside flag goes up the fifth time of the second half. The Bullets whistle for a player in the offside position. And when you're down to the stoppage time, your last minutes, perhaps last seconds of your 2025 season, you turn it over on an offside play. So 1-0 right now, about 40 seconds into stoppage time. Carpathia clinging to that 1-0 lead. Can the Kickers hang on? They send that free kick out towards midfield. Maintaining possession, a collision there. Now the Bullets intercept. So now the Bullets looking to find some space down the middle of the field. Ball sent over to Craig Hearn. Carpathia again able to step into that passing lane and clear the ball. Now the Bullets pick it off just inside midfield. 92nd minute now. We're in about a minute 20 into stoppage time. Now Carpathia clears it long. Ball rolls out of play for the throw-in. Now the ball sent back into their goalkeeper, Joel Sharp. Now a minute and a half into stoppage time. We're not given how much time was added to that clock. The referee did look at his watch here just a few seconds ago. The Bullets getting the ball into the Carpathia half the field. There's a long cross into the goal mouth area. Ball still pinging around. There's a shot in the back of the net, but the referee had blown his whistle. Waves off that opportunity. Another offside flag did go up. So now Carpathia just opting to clear it long and as far as they can. We're now 2:20 into stoppage time. The Bullets have had far more opportunities in this game. Unable to put anything in the back of the net as they're down 1-0 here in stoppage time. And the referee has blown his whistle. 3 minutes in the stoppage time. This game has come to fruition. And the Carpathia Kickers have claimed the 2025 Michigan Soccer Association Gerard Mengel State Cup Championship in the 40 and over division. 1-0 victors over to the Detroit Bullets. Matt Kiefer with the 78th minute goal decides the winner, and in a game where the Carpathia Kickers were outplayed for 90 plus minutes, they still put together an incredible defensive effort to claim that state cup. So game number 2 of this 5-game set has come to a completion. There will be a trophy ceremony here in a couple of minutes. But Dan Stickrad with the National Soccer Network. I'd like to thank our entire production crew back at our Shelby Township, Michigan studios, producing the first 2 games with 3 more to come. Once again, in your over 40 division, Gerard Mengel State Cup champions belongs to none other than the Carpathia Kickers. 1-0 victory over to Detroit Bullets. Dan Stickrad, thanks for joining us here today for these first two games. Come back on our YouTube and Roku channels in about 20 minutes. Game number 3, the 30 and over division of the men's soccer Gerard Mengel State Cup will start. So have a blessed Sunday afternoon and a good week. Thanks for joining us on the National Soccer Network.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.